Friends, today I'm going to tell you about a man who had thought that he was about to die and he had come to me in that condition. It was something like on that particular day, the waiting room was unusually quiet in the afternoon, and my assistant gently knocked on my door. She said, "Doctor, there is a family here and they insist that they cannot wait. They must see you right now." And I told her, "Please send them in." The door opened. The man in his early 40s entered slowly. His shirt was soaked with sweat. His breathing was shallow. One hand rested firmly on his chest. Behind him stood his wife, trying to give him support. His elderly mother and a teenage daughter. The wife spoke before anyone else could. "Doctor, please help him. The cardiologist says his heart is normal. The neurologist says nothing is wrong. And the physician says it is just stress. Only you can help him." The man interrupted impatiently. "They are all wrong," he snapped. He looked at me. "I know I'm going to get a heart attack very soon." And I just smiled. And I asked him, "Please sit down." He remained standing. "No, I cannot," he said. I asked why. "If I sit, I feel something terrible will happen," he said. "Oh, then don't sit," I simply said. He looked surprised. I continued. "Stand if standing feels safer. And yes, please tell me what exactly is happening with you." Then, for next few minutes, he was talking and talking and talking. And I was saying nothing. I was just listening. He kept talking. He spoke about his business, about his bank loans, about employees leaving, about customers delaying the payments, about his son studying abroad, about his aging parents, about sleepless nights he had spent worrying about his business, about checking his pulse every 20 seconds or maybe 20 times in a day, about carrying emergency medicines in every pocket. Nearly 40 minutes he was speaking. Not once did I interrupt him. Finally he stopped and the silence filled the room. He looked exhausted. While talking, sometimes he had sat down on his own without realizing that he had said he wouldn't want to sit down. And I asked my first question. When was the last time your business had absolutely no problems? I asked, and he frowned. He said, "I don't remember." "So, problems are not new," I said. And he immediately said, "No." "When was the last time your responsibilities were zero?" I asked him again. And he snapped, "Never." "So responsibilities are not new either," I said. And he said, "No." "When was the last time your heart had stopped beating fast during an important situation?" He almost smiled and said, "Never." So, Your heart has always worked harder whenever life demanded more. I said, and immediately he said yes. Then I leaned forward and I asked him, then why have you suddenly started treating your strongest employee as your biggest enemy? He looked confused. My strongest employee? He asked. And I said, your heart. There was a silence. I continued. Whenever life becomes demanding, your brain gives a signal, your heart pumps faster, your lungs work harder, your muscles become alert, your body prepares you to deal with reality. I paused. And then I looked into his eyes and I asked, and you interpret all those preparations as signals that you are dying? You are having a heart attack? He stared at me. No one in the room reacted. I asked him another question. If tomorrow morning all your business problems disappear, would your heart stop beating faster forever? And he said no. If all responsibilities disappear, would your life become meaningful? I asked. And again he said no. So, your problem isn't stress. It is your interpretation of stress, I said. His wife quietly wiped her tears. The room became completely silent, but relaxed. I took a blank sheet of paper. On one side I wrote stress, on the other side I wrote strength, and I drew a single arrow connecting the two. He looked at the page. What does that mean? He asked, and I smiled. It means nothing in your body has been trying to kill you. Everything has been trying to protect you. The only thing working against you is your imagination. For the first time since entering my office, he laughed, not loudly, but slightly. His shoulders relaxed and his face showed a sign of smile. The daughter whispered in the ears of her mom, Papa smiled. And his mother folded her hands in gratitude. I wasn't interested in the gratitude, I was interested in one thing, whether he had begun asking better questions. And it seems he had, because his hand came out. It stopped holding his chest anymore. He seemed relaxed, in a normal posture. He smiled. And he says, Ma'am, I'm feeling good now. As they were leaving, he turned back. And he asked, So, you are saying stress is not my disease? And I replied, no. Untrained thinking is your enemy, not the stress. And he said, I'll remember this in future. After that, I didn't hear from him for quite some time. But 20 years later, the same man came back to me. This time, He did not come as a patient. He came as somebody who had brought a patient. He had come with one of his friends who was in a similar condition. And that time what he said? He said, I had never forgotten that afternoon. But after that, my business expanded into 3 more cities. The situation around me did not become easier. But many times the situations were more demanding, yet I could handle it. At times the pressure increased, but I handled it with smile. And then he said, thank you. I know you are preparing me for something important. I would always tell my heart whenever my heart would beat faster. Because the day he stopped fighting stress, the stress had stopped fighting him. And that was one of his greatest strengths. And he had brought his friend exactly suffering from the same situation because he thought that maybe he would not be able to explain the situation to his friend, but I will. And of course, the same thing happened. So the story continued. People are learning how to turn their stress into strength, slowly and steadily. If you like this story, please share it to your loved ones. And yes, if you want, you are free to subscribe the channel, press the bell icon, and keep on getting the notifications because I am definitely sharing such interesting stories regularly on my channel. Okay? So keep watching, keep listening, and keep understanding your stress. Remember, your stress is never your enemy. Your stress is the foundation of your strength. Remember that, and bye-bye.